Hello, everybody. I'm Chase Gibson, host of Pregame Press, and here we have Mr. Will Stewart coming as our guest. Mr. Stewart, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. So, NBA playoffs. We're going to talk about that in a bit. We're going to make our own bracket, actually. But before we do that, and Will, I don't know if you're familiar with the format of the show. You're new on it, right?
Yes.
All right. So, we do a burning question at the beginning of each show.
Huh?
So I'm going to have to ask you that. The category is baseball.
Right.
It's not like trivia questions, but it's just like one that I think you should answer. I think it's important to the game. But, all right, so in the MLB this year,
Yes.
what teams have surprised you the most because they are worse than you thought? And what team surprised you the most because they are better than you thought? Just one for each, please.
Right. The Rays.
The Rays for
being
better.
good. Yeah.
I mean, the last time I checked their record, they were 14-5.
Best team in the league.
14-5.
Sure they are.
14-5.
And the worst, team is not doing good.
I think it's the Red Sox. It's the Red Sox. It's the Red Sox. Because reigning World Series champs, worst record out of all of them. All of the World Series champs in 20 games are 7-13.
Yes.
In 20 games.
Well,
I don't really like it, man.
Hopefully they pick it up.
I think they will in the couple games this season. So that's your answer for the Green Watch.
Yes.
All right. So now we're gonna do NBA playoff bracket.
Yes.
So we're gonna start with the 1-8 seeds. Obviously, the Bucks already won out, so it's kind of cheating for us to pick that one. 4-0, yeah. What? Who is the best player in that series?
Bucks.
Yeah.
Pistons. Giannis.
Giannis. You gotta go with Giannis.
It's gotta be.
All right, and then what surprised you the most about the series? It didn't surprise me that they swept. What surprised you the most about the series?
Maybe that the Pistons were up a lot.
They were up a ton.
They were up
in all 4 games.
Yes. And the Bucks just came back.
Yeah, they couldn't pull it. And the Bucks won. I saw the Pistons were up by as much as 12 last night.
They were. I saw.
And they lost by 24 points.
Yeah, that's
that's pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
So you got the Bucks moving on.
Yes, obviously.
We're gonna go down the East line first.
All right.
Bucks moving on. They would play the winner of the Celtics-Pacers, which is already decided again.
Wait.
So just answer that question for me again. Who's the best player in that series? Now, this is a tough question. I think Al Horford played well in Game 2.
Yes. I think it's probably Kyrie.
I would have to go with Kyrie.
Yeah. But Oladipo, he was out.
He was out.
But
I think Darren Collison did a mighty good job in that series.
Pacers point guard.
I think in Game 1 he had 28 and 7, 20.7 assists. He's phenomenal in Game 1. But then in the rest of the games, he wasn't as consistent. He had 10 points, 11, and then 15. He struggled throughout the series. That 28-point game is really the only good game he had. But do you think he was the best player on the Pacers?
Yes.
You know what changed my mind about that? The best player on the Pacers? The Miles Turner dunk over Gordon Hayward.
That was the only good thing for the Pacers.
I know. Yeah, that was the only good thing. And then right after that, you saw the Celtics drained a 3 right after that by Jalen Brown. So
I didn't know that.
And then, what surprised you most about the series? Was it the sweep? I thought
the Pacers were gonna win.
It could be. I didn't think the Pacers were gonna win, but I think it would go to 6-7 games.
Yes, I thought I had it going in 6. Celtics winning in 6.
Yeah, so what surprised you most about the series was that sweep. 4-0. All right, back down the line. 3 seed versus 6. Nets. Sixers.
So obviously,
Sixers up 3-1.
3-1.
It could be a deciding factor tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins the series? How many games?
Right.
Who's the best player?
I think the Nets will win tonight.
The Nets will win tonight.
Yes.
All right.
So
make it 3-2. I personally do think they got one more game in them.
Yes.
But I think it's going to be at home if they do, and I don't think they will set it up tonight. I think
Sixers will win in 6.
Sixers will win in 6. So they'll go to the Nets' house and win.
Yes.
So you think the Nets won't force Game 7?
No.
All right. Who is the best player in that series? This is a really tough question. I think
either Embiid for me. I want to say D'Angelo Russell. He's very good.
I might go with Joel Embiid and Karis LeVert.
Yes.
He was
very good.
Great. I think all 4 games he was great.
He's very
Remember,
underrated.
he scored 14 straight points for the Nets in Game 3.
Yeah.
So I think he's really underrated player, and obviously he's a bench player, so that's why most people don't respect him. But I think he was the best player for the Nets. I think it would be 2-2 if D'Angelo Russell, maybe even 3-1 Nets.
Yes.
If D'Angelo Russell showed up in that series.
Scares the bird. He's already showing up.
Yeah, he definitely is. Do you think he'll have a big game tonight?
Yes.
You do? What do you think for him?
How many points?
Yeah.
I think 25.
25 points. All right. And in the last game in the East, I believe it was 2-7. Toronto and Orlando 3-1. Is that the deciding game?
Tonight.
I think it's Wednesday night actually.
Oh, okay.
It's Wednesday night for the deciding game.
Raptors will win. I think
Raptors win in 5. In 5.
Yeah, because they're home.
They are home. But remember, the Magic did win at home. Not win at home. Won on the road.
Yeah.
So do you think that could affect the game tonight?
I don't know. Because
So you think Raptors in 5?
Yes.
All right. How many games for that?
For this year.
No, sorry. Who's the best player in that series? That is tougher. There are so many good players in that series.
The Magic have Vucevic.
Yes.
Big center.
Yeah,
He's very good.
Big guy can shoot.
Best player either DeRozan.
I think. You mean
DeMar?
You mean Leonard? Kawhi Leonard.
It's Kawhi Leonard.
I think it's gonna be Kawhi for the Raptors. But
yeah.
I have a toss up between DJ Augustin and Nikola Vucevic.
That 3.
Yeah, that 3 in game 1 was great. But so you think Raptors in 5?
Yes.
All right. What do you think the margin of that game is going to be? What's the score of that game?
All right, 117, 108.
108. So a 9-point victory for Raptors. So the Magic had a little bit of fight left in them. All right, let's head to the West now. We're going to go from the bottom up. Nuggets Spurs. I think by far this is the most interesting series so far.
5-2.
Game tonight, I believe.
Yep,
game 5 tonight in Denver. If the Spurs win,
I think they're getting the series.
I think the Spurs win in 7, actually, but
actually, yeah,
I think they will lose tonight.
Same.
I think they will lose tonight, and then win in Game 6 and Game 7.
Yep.
Game 7, not by a lot, though.
No,
not by a lot at all.
A very good game.
That'll be a very good game. But for the Spurs, and if we're gonna pick a best player for San Antonio, there's honestly so many choices.
Yes. Patty Mills, veteran, DeRozan,
Aldridge.
Rudy Gay.
I think Rudy Gay is. I think I might actually pick Rudy Gay to be the best player in that series.
Yes. So far.
So far eventually. Jamal Murray, obviously a 21-point fourth quarter. Was that in Game 2 to tie it up? To tie it at 1-1.
That was Game 2.
Yeah, that was Game 2 to tie it at 1-1.
Yes.
21-point fourth quarter, and he only had 24 points in that game. So that's 3 points.
3 points before that.
Yeah. So that's 3 points in the past 3 quarters, and then 21 in the fifth quarter.
Very good.
But I really think he showed up. Nikola Jokic in Game 1 had 10, 13, and 14.
Okay, that's
14 assists for a center. I think is pretty good.
Triple-double. He's had a double-double like every game this year.
I know. Yeah. He's been great on the rebounding, and he had 21 and 13 in Game 3.
Yep.
But Nuggets couldn't pull that one out either.
Yeah.
So, what is the problem with the Nuggets? They have looked so dominant.
I just think they're young.
They are young.
They don't have experience.
They don't have experience with
the Spurs have.
The Spurs definitely do.
Popovich.
Yeah.
And
you're looking at Popovich. He is a Hall of Fame coach.
Yes. He's been the Spurs coach for 20-some years.
20-some years, yeah. He's been great at it.
Yeah.
He's led them to the playoffs, I think, all but 3 of those years.
And he's won I know he beat the Heat one year.
Yeah, I think he's won 2 or 3 NBA Finals.
Yeah.
So the Spurs have experience on their side. Is that why? The Nuggets did win the regular season series, but that wasn't really as important as the NBA playoffs. Why did the Spurs come into this series so heated?
I don't know.
Would it be because of losing the season series?
Probably. It's probably just
frustrated. Frustrated. And obviously, they were fighting with the Thunder for a 6th seed, fighting against the Clippers to push the Clippers down to 8 so they could go up to 7. And they ended up doing that, and now they're 2-2, able to take the lead tonight in Game 5. All right, we'll go back up 3-6. Portland and OKC. Our Thunder.
Yes.
They have struggled.
Sad.
They have struggled, man. They have really struggled. OKC, the Russell Westbrook inconsistency issue, the PG shoulder issue, the Steven Adams not being able to get enough rebounds issue.
So many issues.
Do you think PG's shoulder had an impact on this game?
I do.
On the series?
A little bit.
So do you think it will be 2-2? If he would have heated up...
Yes.
I think he could have heated up in game 2.
Yeah,
Honestly, he was on a roll. He had like 3 threes in a row, and then suddenly, ice cold, he gets benched. They end up losing the game by, I think, 13 or 14 points.
Damian Lillard.
He's great. I honestly...
So good.
I'm going to demand the respect for Enes Kanter in this series.
Big man.
He has been great. 21 and 14 in game 1. And then he had 21 and 10 in game, I think it was 3. I mean, they lost that game, but still.
Yeah. Which Thunder won the last game. That was good.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Wait.
No, they won game 3
they won
and then lost game 4. But do you think coming back to the Blazers soon will be the end for the Thunder in Portland at game 5? I think that's also tonight at 10:30.
It is. I don't know.
I really don't trust the Thunder, though. I don't trust the Thunder enough to win in Portland, so I'm going to pick Portland.
It'll be a good game.
It will be a good game. All right, so next, 4 and 5, Rockets Jazz. Again with the series ending.
Yes.
Do you think the series ends? Not tonight, but Wednesday night. You think the series ends
I do.
Wednesday night in Houston?
It's hard because Utah won last night.
Because we thought the Rockets easy sweep and then Utah wins. But I don't, again with the same thing with OKC. I don't think they have enough to go into Houston in the Toyota Center and beat them. And again, like with the experience thing, you see, and Houston's got Eric Gordon, Chris Paul, James Harden, PJ Tucker.
Yep.
All of those guys have played over 10 years. I mean, except James Harden. He's played probably like 9. He's played 9 or 8. Yeah. So they have definitely experience.
Yeah. Well, Jazz have Donovan Mitchell.
And Ricky Rubio's been in the league for a long time as well. Yes. Rudy Gobert, not so much.
Probably
he's one of the best players in the playoffs. He just has not played to his full potential.
His defense is very good.
His defense is very good. He gets a ton of blocks, man.
Like 4 or 5 a game.
Yeah, he's the Stifle Tower.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't been able to do anything.
I know.
In this series, hasn't been able to impact it at all. And it's the same thing with Donovan Mitchell. I think the only reason they won was of his fourth quarter.
He had a great game off of
Yeah. And they ended up winning by
it was I forget. Was it double digits?
No, I think it was 11 actually.
Okay, yeah. Yes,
it was 11. It was 106 and 117, I think.
Yep.
And he had a 19.4. They outscored the Rockets 12-31 in the fourth quarter.
Rockets would have won, I think.
I think they would have too, because without his 19 points, it would have been tied 12-12. I mean, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, ending up 1-8. Again
Warriors.
with the ending thing. Warriors up 3-1.
They'll win.
They will. I think they'll take it home.
They play home.
They are so good at Oracle Arena.
Yeah.
They are very good at Oracle Arena. And I think
Clippers don't have enough.
They don't. And again with the experience thing.
Yes.
They're so young. Montrezl.
Yeah.
For the Clippers.
Yeah.
Montrezl Harrell. They got Landry
Beverly.
Shamet.
No,
Patrick
Beverly. He's been in the
Beverly.
league a little bit.
I mean, Landry Shamet or Patrick Beverly?
Beverly.
Beverly's been in the league a little bit longer than most of them, though.
They got.
I mean, yeah, and this is a tough case.
Yeah.
And again, they've had some issues in the past 3-4 years with the Blake Griffin.
Chris Paul.
Back goes Blake Griffin. Back goes Chris Paul. DeAndre Jordan's gone. So
Lob City's gone.
I think it's good for them to be the 8th seed, honestly, because of all they've endured
after they lost
in the past.
Stars.
Yeah. That was basically the big 3 was Griffin, Paul, and Jordan.
Yeah.
That was basically the big 3 for the Clippers. And they were 2-3 seeds every year in the West, and then when they lost that, they just started falling apart.
Yeah.
All right, so that is it for round 1.
Yes.
Round 2.
We're
going to start the West. Warriors and Rockets. This might be the toughest one of the whole thing. I gotta say. This is the second round. Warriors, Rockets. According to our picks, I'm going to take Warriors in 7 because they have the home court advantage.
Yep.
I think Warriors will go 4-0 at home, and I think the Rockets will go 3-0.
They can win 2 games at home. Warriors. I think they're fine.
Yeah, I think if they go 2-0 at home, I think they will win the series.
James Harden.
If he can step it up in games 3 and 4, though, it'll be tied 2-2. And then I think game 5 win for them, game 6 win for the Rockets, and then game 7 they pull it home. So 4-3 Warriors, and then who will be the best player in that series? That is tough. You have James Harden, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant,
Klay Thompson.
Maybe. I mean, he may be. I mean, he's probably one of the most underrated players in NBA. It's Klay Thompson.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I think I might have to go with Harden.
Yeah.
I mean, MVP frontrunner for the West, and
we'll probably win MVP.
No, I might have to go with Giannis. We'll discuss this at the end, the MVP race. But so we got Warriors in 7. All right, let's head down to the second game in the West and the last game in the West. Portland Spurs. Portland and San Antonio. Another one. I might have to go with the Spurs reaching the Western Conference Finals. I think it's so hard to go against Damian Lillard
and CJ McCollum.
And CJ McCollum, the dynamic duo, the Splash Brothers 2.0 right there.
Yeah.
I got Portland.
Yeah.
In 6.
Home court advantage.
Again with the home court advantage. And I think they'll beat San Antonio in Game 6 at home. I think it'll be even battle.
They'll win some games.
They will win. I think they'll win 2. I think they'll win both games they have at home before Game 6. And I think the Blazers win Game 6. All right, let's head over to the East. The 1-4 this time. Bucks Celtics. Again, I mean the home court advantage gives us so much. And I think with the MVP, Giannis is the Bucks one. This is so much easier than the other two in the West. I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks. Bucks in 6, actually. Yep. I'm gonna go with Bucks in 6.
I think they're gonna tie 1-1 at home.
Yeah, all right.
I think. Then Celtics probably gonna get one at their home court.
All right, so you think 2-2
after
those 4 games.
Bucks are gonna.
And Bucks win 2 straight. Yes. All right. I can respect that. I honestly think the Celtics have enough firepower to take it to 7.
They do.
But I don't think. I mean, TD Garden is one of the loudest arenas in all of the NBA. So if it is intense. I've had the opportunity. I had the opportunity a couple weeks ago. I went to Boston and I saw that place. And I saw the Pacers Celtics game 1. I mean, it gets loud, man. That's all I'm gonna say. And then for
Chase Man, I'm leaving, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna take Audrey to Reynolds and then we'll get to practice.
Thank you.
I'm gonna close the garage,
okay? All right, so right back we go. Sorry for the interruption there. So back to Celtics Bucks. Again with the Kyrie thing, I think they do have enough firepower to take it to 7. Tatum, Horford, Hayward,
Jaylen Brown,
Marcus Morris, Marcus Smart.
He's out.
Oh, who? Marcus Morris?
No, Smart. He got injured.
So I think that will be the game breaker.
Yeah.
For them.
His defense is so key.
He's a key steal player. Leads the league in steals. 2.5, just over Paul George. So I think he will be a real game breaker. But I don't think there's actually enough for the Celtics without Marcus Smart to beat the Bucks with Eric Bledsoe, Malcolm Brogdon,
Chris Middleton,
Giannis. Honestly. Brook Lopez, I really respect. 3-point shooting center. Yes. All right, so let's head to. All right, second one in the East. Sixers and Toronto.
This is
another tough one.
I think Toronto wins.
Well, I mean, I like the Sixers' offense a lot better than Toronto's. I think Toronto relies too much on the passing, shooting duo of Kyle Lowry and Kawhi Leonard. I don't think they respect the players that they have around them, like Danny Green, Fred VanVleet, Marcus Gasol, Serge Ibaka.
Yeah. So, very good shooters.
I'm going to have to... I mean, I might go with Toronto. Yeah. And they have the home court advantage. Don't forget that. Toronto's a 2 and Philadelphia's a 3.
Yeah.
I mean, this is tough. This is really tough. I'm going to have to go... Philly. I think Philly I like Philly in 6 because if they go to 7, they'll have to win 4 games in Toronto.
Not happening.
That's not happening. No.
I don't think.
I mean, they'd have to go to Toronto 4 times, and I don't think they can win 4 games going to Toronto 4 times. So I'm gonna go with Philly in 6 because they got 3 home games, and then they have been solid on the road this season.
Yeah.
All right, so we have that down. Western Conference Finals. Warriors, Blazers. I like Warriors are going back to the NBA Finals, man. I really do.
I think it's going to be 5 games, honestly.
5 games? 5. I mean, I really don't think the Blazers can stick with the firepower of...
They'll probably get one at home.
The Blazers.
Yeah.
I think they'll get a game at home. I think they might even get 2.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be 5 or 6 games, and I know the Warriors will go back to the NBA Finals. You agree with that?
5th straight year, right? Definitely 4th.
Yeah, 5th straight year.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
It's very good.
All right.
Klay Thompson is going to leave this year, I'm pretty sure. He said that.
All right.
KD
So
said
that could be a deciding factor for him next year. He's a big player.
And KD's on his
This is his last year of the contract.
Yes, it is.
So that could be a problem.
Green's
If he could ever go back to the Thunder, do you think he would? Or Russ Westbrook just punch him in the face and say, get out?
punch him.
All right. I mean, I would. If I'm Russell
I can't
Westbrook,
believe he did that still.
I know after 3 years of it. If I'm Russell Westbrook, I don't want to play with him anymore.
No.
I mean, no, I would never want to play with him again. I want to play against him every possible opportunity I have.
Beat him.
Yes. They did that this year. Thunder beat the Warriors in the season series 3-1. Okay. All right. So, let's go now. So, we got the Warriors in the NBA Finals. Bucks. Philly. I gotta say Bucks, man.
Yes.
I gotta say Bucks.
Yeah,
but
in my opinion, the MVP.
Yes, in my opinion, the MVP, yeah.
And they have great shooters.
They do have great shooters.
Yeah.
And it's really good because they're big guys that can rebound, can also shoot. Lopez, Middleton. I think actually Eric Bledsoe's pretty big and he can
he's very strong.
Yeah. So I think, and with the weapons off the bench that they have, they will be set.
They have Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah. He's great. And I think they will be set to win the series in, I want to say 6, but they'll have one of the 6th game will be in Philly. So they have been solid. And remember, Philly's been solid on the road.
Yes.
So that could be a deciding factor in that series if this comes to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I might go Philly in 7. They do have 3 games at home. They've been solid on the road.
It's hard.
It is hard. This is one of the hardest ones I think we picked yet.
It is. I think it is.
I'm going to go Bucks in 7.
I am.
I'm going to go Bucks in 7 because
advantage.
Either 5 or 7. I don't want to go 6 because that means another game that Philly might. Yes. I think they will win. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go Bucks in 7. And the NBA Finals, Warriors 1v1, and Bucks.
Basically, 1 seed versus 1 seed.
1 seed versus 1 seed. This is not. I think the Bucks bring home their first NBA Finals in a long time.
I'm going to go with Warriors.
I'm going to go with Bucks.
All right.
Again, the MVP issue. The big guys that can also shoot. The bench points, 3rd in the NBA in bench points. And, again, I can list this guy a second time because he's so good. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I got Warriors in 6.
I think the Bucks win in 7. Because the Bucks would get the home court advantage. It is 1v1 seed, but they had the better record. Yes. So they would get home court. 4-3.
Respect that.
Bucks.
Right?
So you got Warriors in 7?
No. Yes.
All right, 7. So you think they get a dub at?
I do.
So at least 1 win in Milwaukee. That's a tough place to play. Yes. All right. So before you go, Will, I just want to comment you on the MVP race. I got 3 awards for you.
Okay.
I don't have 3 nominees. I got 2. It's Harden and Giannis.
Yes, obviously.
But
it's hard.
I'm gonna have to go with James Harden. It's because
it is
because of Giannis has been solid all year through. Yes. But again, it's not enough to beat 50, 60-point games every night. It was, but again, that was at the beginning of the season when
it was.
That was beginning, middle,
40 points,
almost the end. And
yes.
then he just kept dropping. I think.
Harden.
And those 3 games in the series, I mean, this is a lot for regular players, but for him, it's little.
Yeah,
24, 25, and 30.
It's nothing.
Against, and then the 4th game was 33.
That's pretty good.
Against the Jazz.
Yes.
But for him, that's average to none, basically. Yeah. So
Giannis, how much is he averaging?
27.7.
Okay.
But I think the 12.5 rebounds he's averaging might put him over the top.
Yes. Obviously, Harden has more assists.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, Giannis was 5.5.
Okay.
And Harden probably has about, I would say, 8 or 9.
Yeah, maybe even 10.
Maybe even 10, yeah, if he's averaging a double-double. Yeah. And Harden can put those boards. He can grab those boards.
He's very tall, I feel like.
He's like 6'4".
Okay.
6'4", 6'5". I've seen him get rebounds over, like, centers like JaVale McGee, Boogie Cousins. I have seen him just grab it off the top of their heads. And
he can.
And not only, don't underestimate him because he's small. Just because you have the rebound up here, when you bring it down, he's going to be reaching. I mean, he's not going to be fouling you, but he's going to be poking at that ball, trying to get the ball out and get the rebound.
Yes.
Offensive rebound. And he's a good offensive rebounder, too.
He is.
And I'm going to have to go with James Harden. Those 60, 50, 45-point games every night put him over the top. How about you?
Harden.
You know Harden. Why? Is it just because the
points he's averaging? Well, he was. He's averaging like at one point 40 points.
45. Yeah, almost 45. And he was the first person to have 60 in a game since Kobe in 2005. 61 points he had this season.
That's very good.
I don't even think Giannis. I mean, I've seen Giannis score 43, 48, 50, 51.
Yes.
60? I think that's too much even for him.
Yes, it is.
All right, so you're going to go with the MVP race being Giannis. Yeah, you're not Harden. You think it's going to be Harden?
Yes.
All right. DPOY. Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
I got 3 nominees, man.
Here's one. Rudy Gobert.
I agree Gobert's one. I think Giannis might be another.
Yes.
And I think Paul George.
Yes, because steals, man.
Dude steals 2.5 million. Right. But remember who leads him in steals? There's a guy we mentioned that led him in steals. It was Chris. I think it was Chris Paul, maybe? I don't know.
No, it wasn't him. It was
Was it the West?
It was Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Marcus Smart. I'm gonna replace Giannis with Marcus Smart. I'm gonna go Rudy Gobert, Paul George, or Marcus Smart.
Right.
This is tough.
Sorry.
I
don't think it's Paul George.
I might I like PG because of the height he gets and the blocks he can get, I guess.
It's hard.
This is hard.
But I haven't heard Gobert
in a long time.
Yeah,
I haven't heard about the defensive.
Yeah.
In a long time, and whether on the other end, Marcus Smart, I feel like I'm hearing about him every night.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's a real tough decision.
Between Smart and probably...
I think it's going to be Smart and Gobert, maybe.
Yeah. Obviously, more blocks. Rudy Gobert. But steals-wise...
Steals definitely Marcus Smart-wise.
Yes. It's hard.
This is a hard pick. Both these guys have basically their own categories here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go Marcus Smart.
Yep.
I love what he's done on the court. He might not have size, but he acts like he's like 6'11".
Yes.
He's a big...
He's only like 6'2".
I know, but he acts like he's like 7 inches taller.
Yeah.
He's great at getting steals, and he's a scrappy player. I've seen him save
annoying.
the ball.
He's very annoying to play against.
When you are a point guard taking it up against Marcus Smart, he's going to get you pissed off.
He will.
So I'm going to have to go with Marcus Smart here because... So, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, bud. Congratulations. Us two are agreeing on it. My analyst, Nicholas Brandon, I texted him these questions before the show. He agrees. He said James Harden for MVP. He said Marcus Smart.
All green.
I mean, Marcus Smart, he's had a great season. Obviously, he might not be able to play for the Bucks series. And maybe even further than that.
He's supposed to come back if they make it Eastern Conference.
Finals, yes.
If they make
that might be a problem because they're playing the Bucks, and I think they will lose that. We already discussed this. Rookie of the Year. It's between Trae Young and Luka Doncic. I think
it's Luka.
You think it's Luka?
Yeah.
Is it because the same reasons as James Harden? What he did at the beginning of the season?
Yes.
You see that buzzer beater?
Yes. He's probably hit like 5.
Oh yeah, he probably has. But Trae Young has hit like 3. Both of those players are absolutely clutch. And most of the people in the U.S. watching the NBA had never seen Luka play when he came to the NBA. I'd never seen him play.
I've heard about Trae Young.
I've seen Trae Young play thousands. I mean, like 30, 34, 35 times.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Luka Doncic play. And I think that's what's going to make me sway to Luka Doncic's side.
Yes,
Obviously, Trae Young's averaging 10 assists a game. He's averaging 18 points, I think.
Okay. Luka, how much is he averaging?
Probably
20.
Probably 20 points, but the assists and rebounds, I'm going to guess, are lower. I'm like 4 or 5. That's a tough case.
Yeah,
because I think assists are really important. As a rookie in the NBA, in my opinion, you want to take the ball and go to the basket, and that's all you want to do.
Yeah.
But that's not Trae Young. That's tough taste. You know what? Trae Young, you are my Rookie of the Year. And how about you, man?
I got Luka.
Well, are you gonna say
Luka? I am.
All
I feel
right.
like she's so explosive.
He's a very explosive player. I respect Luka Doncic a lot. All right, before you leave, we have a question from the MLB.
All right.
So, who is the best player in the MLB as of now? Who's performing the best in 20 games? In these first 20 games? I'm gonna have to say for me, it's gotta be Christian Yelich. Who else would it be? 11 homers, 29 RBIs.
Or Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, Bellinger has been phenomenal.
Bellinger, yeah.
I'm looking
Them
at the stats for batting average, runs, RBIs, and home runs.
I think Yelich has more homers.
Yelich has more homers and more RBIs, but I think Bellinger's got more runs.
Yes.
And more
batting average is
better batting average too. He's got a better on base percentage as well.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go here, and I'm gonna pick Mr. Christian Yelich. I mean,
Milwaukee
he's
Brewers.
been phenomenal. And
Yeah.
wasn't he the NL MVP last year, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
So I think that really sways my pick. I don't think
Bellinger, he's a great player.
Bellinger's a great player, but I don't think he's never won MVP, has he?
No.
He really hasn't continued that. He could win AL MVP.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put pressure on him there. And so that's your favorite batter, I'm gonna say, but pitching wise,
Cy Young.
yeah. Who's gonna win? I mean, who's your favorite two pitchers?
Oh, okay.
In the AL. We'll start that.
American.
Yeah. Let's stop.
Well, I gotta think a minute. Either Chris Sale.
I mean, he has struggles. He's definitely struggled.
Even though he's struggling. Chris Sale and you might not know this guy. Blake Snell for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yes, I do know him actually. Okay. And he led the Rays to a 14-5 start in their first 19 games.
Yeah, he did.
So I certainly respect him.
Lefty, very good.
Yeah. All right, let's start. All right, so NL. Are the Mets are in the AL, correct?
Mets
are in the NL.
NL.
Jacob DeGrom, baby.
Yes,
Jacob DeGrom.
He's my favorite pitcher in the whole league. I think he's the best.
I like him.
I don't know if he's the best, but he's my favorite.
He might not be the best, but he's
definitely top 5.
One of my favorites, yeah.
And I'm going to have to go with...
The Nationals are in the AL, right?
NL too.
Oh, they're in the AL?
Max Scherzer.
It's between DeGrom and Max Scherzer.
Yes.
I'm going to pick both of them, actually. I mean, Scherzer,
it.
Did you know he is top 5 in the history of the MLB in strikeouts?
And he still has, how many seasons ago?
I think 7 or 8, maybe. I mean, he's early 30s, 30, 31.
Yeah, one game he got 18 Ks.
I mean, he's phenomenal.
He's
one of my favorite pitchers in the whole league. He's probably, people say he's overrated, but when that many people like him and he delivers, like you said, 18K in one game, he's not. He's definitely not overrated. All right, well, thank you, Will. Thank you. Thank you for being on Pregame Press. Just talk about the NBA playoffs, man. Also talk some baseball with me. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Stewart, Pregame Press. Subscribe, like for more episodes. Thank you.